At Judson ISD, we give 100%. We do whatever it takes to empower every student to go after their dreams, to compete, to succeed, to thrive. Judson ISD, where you belong.
My name is Alexis Cadetto. I was just talking with my boyfriend about how I was getting charged all these fees, and he took me to Randolph Brooks. He's like, well, let's go inside. We're gonna open a bank account. I'm like, what? I was astounded when I found out that RBFCU did not charge fees, and they have not charged me any fees to this day. When I went to RBFCU, he was like, I know these people are genuine. It was a really good experience, and I've been with them ever since.
At Judson ISD, we bring learning to life. The choices and possibilities are endless. Judson ISD, where you belong.
Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union, we do credit cards. You do life. The credit cards you have in your wallet may not be the credit cards you need. Why pay high interest rates for rewards you'll never use? With the RBFCU 2% Cashback Rewards MasterCard, you get cash back on every purchase every time and cash rewards that never expire. Apply today at rbfcu.org. Helping you save money. It's what we do at RBFCU.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lexi Greathouse, the Judson ISD Director of Communications. I am so glad you're here with us today. Welcome to our virtual convocation and join us as we unlock the leader in you. I know that all of you are working so hard to get ready for this school year, and I can't tell you enough how appreciative I am for you and the efforts you are giving preparing for our students and fellow staff members. I want this experience to be as positive as we can make it for everyone involved, students, parents, and staff. The 2021-2022 school year, I am convinced, will be filled with not just challenges, but with opportunities to build and grow the leader within us. To start off our interactive part, we have put together a social media giveaway that we are so excited about. Our partners at HEB recognize how hard you all work this year and have gifted us these amazing gift baskets. But in order for you to have a chance at it, we need each of you to take a couple of steps to participate. First of all, if you haven't done so already, we want you to follow Judson ISD on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Our social media handles are here below. The next thing we ask you to do is take a selfie of you participating in this virtual experience and post it using the hashtag JISD Unlock the Leader in You. And then tag Judson ISD. It's that easy. 5 lucky people will win this awesome Cody cooler stuffed with school supplies provided by our partners at HEB. Okay, so now let's get back to business. I have the greatest pleasure to introduce the leader of our district, a woman who has shown her outstanding support for our district, Region 20 Superintendent of the Year, our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jeanette Ball.
Good morning. It's truly a pleasure to be here with you today. Even after 27 years, this is still a little nerve-wracking. I don't know if I'll ever feel completely comfortable. But first and foremost, I want to start off by thanking God. Thanking God for this amazing opportunity that He has given me to work in the best school district. I truly know that I'm blessed to be your superintendent, and each and every day, I work with some amazing people. People that have gotten to know me well know that I love to tell stories. And almost any time I have a story, I have something to share. So I want to share with you a little bit about my story and why I stand up here every day, why I do what I do. I was born and raised in a small town. I was blessed with an amazingly supportive family, specifically a mother that always believed in me. School was not easy for me. It was a huge challenge. I remember my sisters, they never even had to crack open a book, but for me, I studied hard, and what did I get? My C's. I was told that I was never going to be able to go to college, and I better think of what I should do next. But somewhere along the lines, somebody believed in me. Somebody gave me the courage. Teachers, a counselor believed in me. And now I get to stand here today as your superintendent. So I don't take this job lightly. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because I want to make a difference for all those boys and girls like me that never thought that they were going to go to college, that never thought that they were going to have their dreams come true. So I know I'm blessed. I am very blessed, and I thank God for that every day. And I thank my husband that is so supportive, my family, my mom and dad, and specifically my sisters for all that they do for me. Because as many of you know, we give a lot of time to our jobs. Whether you're a teacher, a coach, a counselor, the principal, the bus driver, all those jobs, we come here every day to give 100% because we love our kids. We love our kids however they come to us. Whether they're coming in brand new clothes, whether they're coming in last year's clothes, whether they come with school supplies or no school supplies, we love our kids. And that's what makes Judson ISD a family. That's what makes us special. And that's what I love this place that I call home of Judson ISD. Just this week, I got to honor one outstanding educator. Her name is Bonnie Anderson. What makes it special is though we honored one individual of Bonnie Anderson, she represents hundreds of educators in Judson ISD. Bonnie Anderson is not only the District Teacher of the Year, but she is the Region 20 Teacher of the Year. And in our district, we have many Bonnie Andersons that give 100% every day and they go above and beyond for our students. And I thank you, Bonnie, and the many other Bonnies that are out there. Then there's this group of people that have to put up with me every day. I call them my senior staff. I'm blessed to work with some amazing leaders because this job cannot be done alone. Lexi was so gracious to say that I'm the Superintendent of the Year for Region 20. I'm truly not. It is you guys that are the winners. You wonderful individuals that I get to work with every day. They do such an amazing job. And that includes our board members. I work with some amazing board members that are truly focused on our kids and that put our kids and our staff, they put them first every day in the decisions that they make. So I'd like for you at this time to hear from our board member, Ms. Renee Pichel, which is our board president.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Pichel, president of Judson School Board, and I want to welcome you back to another school year. This year, 2021-2022, is going to be our best. I know that we've gone through a lot of things this summer. We've gone through a cyberware threat. We had the winter storm. We had so many things that have happened. So many things that have happened that have brought a lot of insecurities, but that's not going to happen this year. This year, we have a lot to be grateful for. We can think about the things that we are able to do and be successful with this year. Our kids are coming back face to face. We'll be able to have a classroom almost as normal as it used to be. But we need to consider the fact that we have a lot to be grateful for. And so as this year progresses, please know that the school board is here to assist you and help you and the kids be successful. We want to be consistent with what we do and just have a great school year. So if there's anything that you need from us, please reach out. Have a great school year. Welcome back. Let's go.
Thank you, Ms. Pichal. She is exactly right. We are all so lucky to be here today working for a district that truly values us. When it comes to valuing our employees, these amazing partners go above and beyond to make sure we feel appreciated. We wouldn't be able to have this event without our fantastic sponsors. We'd especially like to thank our top 3 Convocation Platinum sponsors. An organization that always goes above and beyond for our students, the Law Offices of Linebarger. An association that exists to secure the needs of public educators, ATPE. And a credit union founded by educators for educators, First Smart Credit Union. Let's hear some special words from them.
Good morning, Judson ISD. My name is Lydia Gibson with Linebarger, and we are so honored to be sponsors for this year's convocation. Lineberger has been a business partner for Judson ISD for many years. We help collect the delinquent property taxes for the district, and I've personally been involved with Judson ISD since 2012. This past year has been a particular honor for me to serve on the Education Foundation and really see what kind of challenges you all have had this past year. So with that being said, I just wanted to say to all of you that I'm so excited for you on the theme that you have this year for your convocation. I think it's amazing to be able to spend some time together to tap into and to really think about how you can all be leaders and tap into your leader within, because really and truly for these students, you are their guiding star. You're helping point them to their true north and help them to be on their path. There are so many voices in their head right now, so many concerns and so many fears, and really to help our students be the most resilient and to really truly be thrivers, they need you, and they need you to be there for them. And so I just wanted you to know that on behalf of Lineberger and the business community as a whole, we are here for you. We're thinking about you. You are in our thoughts, and we are cheering you on as you start this school year. So best of luck to you, and definitely have a wonderful year.
Each school year, nearly 100,000 educators across Texas choose ATPE as their professional association. Our website and brochure have all the details on our benefits, but a list of bullet points can't explain why ATPE is the #1 choice of Texas educators. However, our members can.
I just want you to know that I believe that ATPE is protecting our interests while having our voices heard and keeping us informed at the same time. Membership in ATPE is crucial to my career. I could not imagine where I would be without them.
I always take a peek at ATPE discounts before traveling just to make sure I'm saving where I can.
ATPE members are professionals who are here for one reason: to make education better. ATPE has our best interests at heart.
When I spoke with my legislators and I said I'm with ATPE, they took me more seriously.
Without the support of ATPE's legal team, I may have quit a job that I really love. So I cannot thank them enough for the help that they gave me during the most difficult time in my teaching career.
Join your colleagues in saying, I'm with ATPE. Learn more at atpe.org/join-2021 or contact your local ATPE representative today.
Thank you again to all of our sponsors. We cannot make events like these happen without your continued support. Next up, I have a very special introduction known as Dr. E.T. She is a dynamic presenter, self-taught ed tech storyteller, author, first language advocate, wife, mother, abuela, friend, and passionate educator who lives and teaches in South Texas. Dr. E.T. holds a doctorate in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis on bilingual studies from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, a Master of Education degree from Sul Ross State University, and a Bachelor of Science degree in elementary education from Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania. Dr. E.T.'s passion and research are grounded in educational technology, culture, language, teacher efficiency, historical trauma, social emotional learning, and how those topics intertwine and impact education. Dr. E.T.'s book, Teaching in the Time of COVID, a Social Emotional Toolkit for Teachers, was ranked as a top 100 of Amazon's list for crisis management. One of Dr. E.T.'s proudest moments was having served in the United States Army Reserves. Let's welcome Dr. E.T.
Woo! I am super, super pumped to be here today with you. I have so much to share with you, and it is my honor to be here. I just want to thank Dr. Ball, and I'm over here listening to her speak and just understanding why she is the Superintendent of the Year here. And so thank you again, Lexi Greathouse, for making sure that I'm here today. Now, I do have some special shout outs before I start. I had somebody reach out to me, okay, Tony Jones, assistant principal, and she said, Dr. E.T., please, my principal, his birthday is today, Daniel Brooks from Woodlake Hills Middle School. So I'm doing that. Happy birthday to you. And of course, Mark Sauceda, he went to high school with me back in the day in the small hometown of Del Rio, Texas. And then Jamie Suserna, which I'll talk about later, and she's at Masters. I'm going to share something with you today, some stories. I am a storyteller. I'm also a code switcher, so those are people that speak in 2 different languages at the same time. If we would have been together face to face, but you know how things happen in what's going on right now, it would have taken a different route, but I'm still going to try my best to make sure that I share with you my story and how important it is. And this is something I actually did myself, everybody. This is a key, right? Because this is the key. We all have this key within us to unlock the leader in us. And so just to share with you, and I know you can't really see it, but here's a picture of me when I was a kid. Now, I am an immigrant. I learned English when I was 7 years old. I repeated kindergarten and 1st grade because when I started school in the United States, the system thought, she doesn't speak English, so she doesn't know anything, let's hold her back. So I graduated, actually that's another story. I graduated high school almost 19. And okay, so here we go. If you share any of these experiences that I'm going to be sharing with you today, please send me a text, okay? And I'm going to share my phone number with you. I do it all the time. It is my cell phone. It's not my assistant's cell phone. And I always respond within 24 hours. So leaving here, going back to my home of Westlaco, I'll have 4 hours to be responding to you. If you're an immigrant, if you speak a second language, please text me and let me know, hey, Dr. E.T., me too, and this is the language that I speak. My cell number is 956-280-2992, and I will continue to share it. Also, I served in the United States Army. Here's a picture of me 100 years ago. I was a 76 Papa, so I was in charge of weapons. If you have served in the United States Army or Navy, Air Force, Marines, let me know. Dr. E.T., me too. And thank you for your service. Believe it or not, also, even now, I am actually the only presenter in the state of Texas who is certified custodian for COVID. My son has a company for cleaning. They've had it for 10 years. And so on times when we don't have employees, guess what? The family has to go out there and work. So I also clean toilets and have done my work as a custodian. So if that's you, message me, 956-280-2992, and tell me, yes, that's me too. I am a mother of 5 kids. Yes, you've heard right, 5 kids. My oldest is 26, she's an RN. My second is 22 or 23, I can't keep up. And he's the president of a janitorial company. And then our middle child is in West Point, he's in the Army, he's Mario. And then we have David, our high school student, who's a senior. And then the little one is Alina. And so if you see really closely, she's actually asleep, during Zoom. And so these are the issues that I had to go through as a parent, helping my kids online. So that was not the best experience, but we learned from it, right? So if that was you, then if that is you, share with me. I also just became a grandma. okay? My little grandson right here, Santiago, and so that fills my heart with joy. If you share any of these experiences with me, let me know, because we are connected and we are the same. And I'll say the number for the last time, 956-280-2992. Now I'm going to share a story with you, and the story is very, very intentional because it's a true story, a painful story that at the end turns out to be great. And the reason this story turns out to be great, even though it's very tragic, is because of the teachers and the administrators and the paraprofessionals and the cafeteria ladies and the bus drivers and the maintenance people. Everybody played a role. Now this here is a picture of my father. If you can see it, it's kind of hard to see. And my father was a victim of violence. You know, he was murdered. And, you know, just when you're thinking that is a horrible story, a very painful story, and it is, well, it gets much worse. Because when that happened, my little children were coming home from school. And so here's a picture of my kids. At the time, Alexia was 12, and Alexia's now a nurse. David was 3. He's the one that's a high school kid. Mario was 6. He's the one at West Point. And Alan was 9. I'm lying. Alan was 9. And he's the one that runs his company. And so what happened is my kids went through this horrific trauma. You know, they walked by accident into a crime scene. And so if you can just imagine that, walking, seeing the person that you love so much in this world deceased in a horrible way, the fear that came in, just the helplessness. And so what happened, long story short, is I discovered my children realized much too soon that this world can be a very hard place, an unforgiving place. And so eventually what happened is because they were going through such trauma that the therapist recommended, well, why don't you move, you know? And so we moved from our hometown of Del Rio because it was kind of like move, out of mind, out of sight. And so as parents, we moved. We prayed about it. We found the RGV, the Rio Grande Valley, and we started our life there. And our older kids were like, please, Mom, please don't tell the teachers what we went through. We don't want anybody to know. But I knew that I had to tell somebody, right? So I talked to the counselors as soon as my kids enrolled in school in January of 2009. Now I'm sharing this story with you because what started to happen is that David, who is now a senior, started exhibiting severe trauma symptoms every single day. He started school in the middle of the year in January. And then we kept going, first grade. And his teacher would call me, and the teacher would say, I can't deal with him right now. He's talking about horrible things that he saw and he witnessed, and I can't have that right now. I don't want him talking about those things. And as a parent, I remember every single morning, every single night, David not wanting to go to school because his tummy hurt. And so here is a picture of 4 people, and I know it's hard to see, but it's very much connected into this key that we're talking about to unlock the leader in you. As a parent, I was alone. My husband, we were alone. We didn't know how to help this little kid. The system was not prepared to help us as well, so I just started working on my own, and that's actually how I started my doctoral research on trauma and violence and what our students go through. Because then as a teacher, which I didn't share with you, I've been a teacher for 25 years, I started to recognize that within my own students, the traumas that they had. So what started to happen is that I got tired of answering the phone calls from this one teacher where this was so negative. And I tried to help my child as much as I could, try to find him support. But things started to change when he started in 2nd grade. And I remember the teacher called me and I was afraid to answer. Yes, I was one of those parents. I did not want to answer the phone. And finally I did. And I still remember right now exactly what exit I was taking when I answered the phone. And I answered, hello, kind of scared because I thought it was going to be negative. And actually it was different. And the teacher said, you know, this is Ms. Rodriguez. I just want to let you know that your son David had a very hard day today. He shared some very painful things, and he's going to need some TLC. And I was like, you know, thinking negative right away. What is TLC? Like what? She said, he's going to need some extra love tonight, extra hugs, and extra kisses. And by the way, I'm sitting him next to me because I want him to feel safe and I want him to feel happy. Talk about unlocking the power. That day, my friends, I started to have hope. And then what happened is he would continue to go to the nurse every 5 minutes. And when kids go through trauma, they feel it in their stomach. They're going to want to go to the nurse. And then the nurse calls me, and I was still hesitant, a little scared. Should I answer the phone? They're calling me. And the nurse was calling me just to say, hey, just to let you know, I know about your son and his experience, and I know that pain manifests itself through the stomach. And so I'm going to help him. I'm going to put an ice pack on him. I'm going to have him help me here, and he's going to be on his way. He's going to be great. Then the time came when we had to go to school, and I worked really far at the time, and my husband was a football coach, so our schedules were crazy. And guess what? David had to ride the bus, and he'd be crying from the bedroom all the way to where the bus pickup was. And the bus driver didn't know my story, but he would see David, and he would say, hey, come on, kid, you're going to have a great day. Let's go. You can sit anywhere you want. And of course, all the seats were empty, right? But that made a difference to me as a parent, even though my heart was broken because I had this little kid who couldn't find joy in this world. But here was this bus driver lighting up his day. So David would leave, and he would wave at me. And I'm sharing these stories with you because sometimes we think in this big educational system, in this big, huge districts that we work in, that we don't count and that maybe we don't make a difference because, hey, my role is not that big, or I'm not, the board member, or I'm not the principal, but we all do matter. And this picture that I have here, you also see, you can hardly see her there, that was the secretary of the school. And I remember one day I was working far away. I had just gotten hired. Now remember, displacement is tough because you have to leave the place that is your home. And so a lot of our kids do have that. You might see it where they're moving from house to house, or from apartment to apartment, neighborhood to neighborhood, city to city, state to state. And that's painful, country to country. And I remember my boys had missed the bus, and they called me. I had just gotten a new job, and she said, hey, E.T., we're just calling to let you know your boys missed the bus. And I thought, oh my gosh, it takes me 45 minutes to get back. Let me try to talk to my principal and see if I can just take off right now. And the secretary said, ma'am, don't worry. We will stay here and we will wait with you, for you. She said, I have personal snacks here. And David, I'm just gonna give him a little coloring activity, and your kids are gonna be fine. And I thought, the customer service of these people, right? They don't even know me. I just started living here a couple of months ago, and they did not know my story. They did not know the story of my kids. So now, fast forward all these years, guess what? Some of my dearest friends have become them. The secretary invited me to her wedding, okay? One of the secretaries. And to me, I just gravitated to her because they were the ones that would find kindness for my kids in this time of pain and grief. And so that is what I want to share with you today. That is my message. No matter what role you have, no matter what it is that you're doing in the school system, you need to remember who you are. I work for Judson ISD. I am at another level. I am going to unlock. And sometimes you need to remember, okay, no one's doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to offer. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to go above and beyond for our students. Now, one thing that happens a lot in the education world is that we don't always get a thank you. You know, we don't always get a thank you. So one thing that I always tell my teachers and my parents and my students is find a way to thank yourself every single day. Thank yourself. Remind yourself, what is my purpose? Why am I here? And on those tough days, because we all have tough days, you know, especially with everything that's happened in the last 2 years, that sometimes we need to find purpose again. And so what I do in my darkest days is that I would say, okay, I'm here, I have tomorrow, and I have overcome so much. Now, my son David now is a senior, and I believe in my heart that he is alive today because, you know, he had all types of situations going because of the people in his life. Even I specifically remember at that time, our district, we had to pay for lunch, right? And so I would go once a month to make my payment for lunch. And the cafeteria lady, she'd be like, I know him. He never wants to eat. But you know what? I tell him he needs to eat. He needs to get strong, you know, because he didn't want to eat. And here she would go above and beyond for my kid who nobody knew, so that he could have that apple, at least have that apple to make it through the day. So when I walk into a district, when I walk into a campus, I'm always very observant. I'm always observing the custodians who are smiling at the kids, having a conversation with them. At the coaches who are parenting the kids, who some, in many cases, might not even have parents. You know, many of us are successful today because we had that one coach who said, you will do it and you will succeed. The same thing with our parents. Oh my gosh, you guys have the hardest job in the world. You have allowed us to thrive in the last 2 years, and you make a difference. Having been the mom of 5 kids who come home and tell me amazing stories about the people in their lives, make me feel really proud to be a part of this system in Texas. And so I want you to think of that. Now, the next thing that I'm going to leave you with is sometimes you're going to have to ask yourself, who do I need to be right now? Because I believe that all of us have 2 sides to us. You know, we have a side that maybe not a lot of people see when we're having our worst moment and our worst time, and then who we are at our best. So for me, at my worst moment, I like to call myself La Llorona, La Chillona, you know. And at my best, I like to call myself the Honey Badger. And so here you have this key. You get up every single day, you go to work. Life happens because life is hard. Nobody said life was easy. And think about it, if life was easy, we wouldn't have any goals or challenges. So I wake up in the morning and maybe I'm not feeling it. You know, maybe I have these tragedies that are coming back to me. Maybe I'm having these memories. Maybe I'm having what's called compassion and tiredness from all the pain that I'm seeing. So we have to check ourselves. And for me, here's my key. And I ask myself, who do I need to be right now to unlock that person that I need to be? Okay? And we have to pump ourselves up. We need to get up every morning. And I want you to remember that every student that you see, you are impacting every single day. You know that we ourselves, teachers, principals, board members, maintenance staff, bus drivers, we get to decide. We have the power to decide if this is the best place for the student or if it's not. We get to decide. Nobody else gets to decide, just us. And looking back at David, guess what? When he sees that bus driver, when he sees that teacher, when he sees that office lady, even though it's been years, he's already going to be 18, he runs to them and he hugs them. Now, maybe I haven't said thank you to them. Maybe I haven't seen them in a while, but they have impacted his life, right? And so I'm also going to share with you a picture that a student drew for me. And this is an immigrant student, brand new to the United States. I asked her to share with me how she felt living here. And so she drew this little painting. And if you look closely, this is actually the ocean. And here's the little boat. And the ocean is actually going to swallow the little boat. And when she started sharing how she felt, she said, but you know what? In Spanish, of course. She said, I know this wave is going to swallow me, but eventually the boat is going to surface. And I'm going to have somebody help me, a teacher, a friend. And those are the stories that I want you to remember. Many people have come into your life and have made that change in you that you probably will never see again. And so you're going to have students, teachers, colleagues. Your own colleagues are going through things, right? And how are we going to show them the leader that we are? And I share this story because, yes, it's a traumatic story. It started out very painful and tragic because, that is the reality of our world, right? The secret is, how do you grab that pain and turn it into something powerful? So as I'm getting ready to close, I'm going to share some very important tips with you on how you're going to continue to use your key. Now, my key is blue because that's my favorite color, right? This is my favorite color. You in your mind, you create your own key, and you walk in somewhere and you see a situation and you say, I'm going to unlock the leader in me. I'm going to take that initiative and I'm going to change somebody's life for the better. So the first question I want you to ask yourself every single day when you get home is this: how many students smiled because of me today? How many students? Think about it. Many of our students are hurting. They're in a lot of pain. And I'm sharing this with you. I know this because, not only because that's what the research is showing us, but because in a lot of the work that I do, I support students. I work with students. I have social emotional sessions for students. And there is always a guarantee that during the session, after the session, I will have several of them come to me and share some painful experiences. The last one was of a student that said with me, ma'am, I wanted to end my life yesterday. You see this student, you'd never guess, you'd never imagine. Because sometimes we think the kids that are hurting have to look a specific way, and actually it could be anybody. And so right there, unlock the leader in you. What am I going to do at that point? I have to act, and not just reporting it and moving on, but taking that extra step of caring and looking out for each other. Because you know what? If we were here together, I would make everybody look around to say, we are all we have, us. And we are the example, and people are watching. And just like my David, I remember driving him to school one day, one of those days, and he said to me, Mom, this is a mean world. People are mean. I don't want to be in this world, right? And guess what? Through the experience of our teachers, through the lived experiences of the counselors and the administrators, he realized that he was wrong, that this can be, and this is a wonderful place, a beautiful place. So the next mindset, right? The first one is to ask yourself, how many students smiled because of me today, genuinely smiled, is, of course, to thank yourself. To thank yourself for everything that you do every single day. Don't wait for somebody to thank you. At the end of the day, say, you know what? I want to thank myself that I took it to the next level. I want to thank myself that I empowered somebody, or that I helped a colleague that I know was struggling. I want to thank myself for that. And then the next one is very important, everybody, is be good to yourself. Treat yourself. Do kind things for yourself like you would for somebody else, because that's very important. And the next one is communication. Communicate with your friends, communicate with your colleagues, have conversations. How are you doing? How's everybody doing today? Because energy is extremely, extremely contagious. We are responsible for the energy that we bring into our rooms. And then the last one, which, there's many, but one of my favorites is the power of positivity. The power of positivity and the power of leadership is within you. I tell my teachers every single day, I tell my parents, you don't need to be the person on top. Because we, all of us, have a role in what we do every single day. I am living proof that my children have survived, that have thrived in the eyes of what I felt was the worst day of my life. And I hope to God that is the worst day of my life, and that I never have another worst day ever. But I will tell you right now that the reason we overcame our tragedy, the reason that we overcame our pain and our desperation and our displacement and our reason to give up was because of the people like you. The principals who went far and beyond to find a therapist, the counselors who listened, the secretaries who would call and say, your kid missed the bus, but hey, nobody here in the office is upset. We just appreciate you. We want everything to be fine. When the bus driver, even though he might be a little late on that route, found a way to make my kid laugh to get into that bus, when the last thing he wanted to do was to go to school. And that cafeteria lady, when she was like, hey, this boy's not eating, but not on my watch, it's going to happen. I'm going to find a way to get him to eat something. So all of us, every single one of you, and if for some reason I did not mention your job because of my experience, I want you to know that every single thing that you do matters. And because you have the key, you have the choice. And another thing, remember, people are watching. It's an effect. Wow, he had compassion. She had compassion. He's going above and beyond. She's going above and beyond. Now I'm going to do the same. So if you have any of these experiences, I want you to share them with me. 956-280-2992. And now people do tell me, because when I do keynotes, I share that, and I'll respond, maybe that evening or that night. And I will specifically respond to your comment. And the shocker is like, whoa, you weren't lying. You do respond to people, and I do. Because, think about it. We're all human beings. At the end of the day, if somebody gets a little knife and cuts our finger, we're going to bleed the same, no matter what we look like, no matter how we speak, no matter the color, no matter the age. We're all human beings. And we are all in this together, one by one. And if we were live, I would have, one of the goals for me was to have a little skit as I'm getting ready to end. And I want you to think of the famous boxers. So the one that comes to mind for me is Canelo. He's the famous boxer. But of course, there's American boxers. And when they're boxing, they get hit really hard. And what happens is they go back to the little place. They go back to the little corner. And when they go back to the little corner, it's usually the coach that's there and maybe the water boy or whatever. But they tell this person who their eye might be popped out. Maybe they lost a tooth and maybe they're bleeding. And they say to them, hey, you have what it takes. You're winning. Estás ganando. Échale ganas. Yes, 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 you're going to get them. You're about to win. You're the best. You've worked so hard for this. That's what you hear. You never hear the opposite. You never hear the negative. You never hear, oh, you're not going to do well. I should have not started working with you. And so what I tell my people is, be that person for yourself every single day. Remind yourself, I can do this. I can make this happen. I'm at the best district. I have my key, my little key, whether it's imaginary, whether you have your key. What do you need to do to that next step? And so one thing that you need to ask yourselves when you go back to work is, honestly, when somebody is faced with a challenge, I don't know if we can make this happen, you guys. It seems kind of tough. Think of Dr. E.T. and say, hey, remember what Dr. E.T. said? And her question was, you have the key. You have the key to unlock. You have the key to let your students know that this is the best place for them. And so with that, I leave you and I honor you, and I am so grateful to be here with you, and know that you have a friend in me. You can go to social media. I'm on Twitter. I even do TikToks. I am on Facebook. My kids say that Facebook is for old people, and I tell them perfect, because I am old. And I'm on Instagram. And so my goal and my reason for sharing my story with everybody, my tragic story, is that our pain is our power, and we use our pain to transmit positivity and kindness. So I wish you the best year ever. You guys could not be at a better place with a better leader. I was listening to Dr. Ball, and I'm over here thinking, oh my gosh, if we could just get her and have 20 million different copies of her, I think in our state of Texas, we'd accomplish greater things. Muchas gracias, and don't forget, you have the key. Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. E.T. We all know inspiration is important, especially as the year starts, so we can plan how to keep inspiring our students throughout the whole school year. We do that by harnessing our own excitement and positive spirit to help others. And there is a lot of spirit and inspiration here. Okay, this next group of individuals are the driving force at each campus. These leaders take charge and provide support to our community. Let's take a look at our 2021-2022 principals. We have a very special activity for them. We have all of our principals on standby. We're going to see who will be the champion at JISD Trivia. Take it away, Mr. Gaines.
Caught you by surprise, a single teardrop falling from your eye. I don't know why, all the
There we are, folks. Good morning. Glad to be here. Instructions are on the screen for today's game. Please follow those instructions. I know I'm dealing with the principal, so this should be a really quick process here. If you are confused, I'll just spell it out for you pretty simply here. You're going to go to any browser you want, whether it be your phone, iPad, tablet, BlackBerry, Blueberry, whatever you have by you, grab it, open up a browser, and then you're going to go to this website, which is crowd.live. Once you're there, it's going to ask you for today's game code. It is letter J, K, J, W, Y. That gets you into the game, and you will see the words. The trivia game will begin shortly. Those are the magic words right there. Once you're in there, sit tight, and we will get going very shortly. Thank you for your patience. Big shout out to the principals in the Zoom session with me. Principals, let me know what school you're representing in the chat right now. I'm a big chat guy, so hop in the chat. Let me know what school you're representing. And shout out to everyone on the live stream. Hey guys, if you're not a principal, you're not in the game. So please go ahead and stop trying to log into the game. Principals only for this game here. Principals only. Woodlake Elementary is here. Let's go. Spring Meadows, what's happening? That sounds like a nice place to learn how to read. Spring Meadows. Sounds like a great place. Woodlake Hills is here. What's going on? Park Village, what's up? The world famous Judson High School is here. I like that. The Ohio State University. Looks like all my principals are in, so we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Thank you all for representing for your schools. I want to give a special shout out to Dr. Wardass over there. I feel like she's about to draft the next Dallas Cowboy or something, the way her camera's set up. But welcome to the fold, everybody. My name is Winston with Games Entertainment. We're going to play a little trivia game right here. This is going to be a very simple game. All you're going to do when I start this thing off is you're going to select the correct answer as fast as you can. That's the key. The faster you answer these questions, the more points you get, because you're going to notice each question has a countdown that goes along with it. Each question today will be worth 100 points. Some of the harder questions are worth 300, 400, or 500 points. And just to keep you in the game all the way till the end, the last question of the game is worth 1,000 points. So please don't quit by any means. My girl Sharon over there, she's excited to play. That's what I'm talking about. Do not quit. All right. Someone in the chat says you can't get in. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess they put everything on the stream that goes out to everyone, so they kind of like let too many people into the game. So BS Mejko, I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, but the limit has been reached. There's 246 people that were trying to get into the game when it should have been more like 25. But we'll keep it moving, baby. It's live. Let's do this, okay? I'm going to throw a question up on the screen. The first question will be a practice question, so don't panic. I'm going to give you a second to just kind of like get acclimated to the setting and know where you're at, all right? So let's start off with a practice question, okay? When you see a countdown on your screen, please give me a thumbs up, all right? Give me a thumbs up if you see this countdown right meow. Principles, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right, practice question coming your way. Here we go. What are JISD colors? If you don't know this, there might be some repercussions. I'm just saying. You need to know this. Or at least fake your way through it at that interview. Just, give me a second. Just log onto your phone real quick. Shout out to Jesus, who's upside down on my screen. I don't know if he's upside down to y'all, but that's a great way to keep the kids' attention. And big shout out to Monica, who has a friend behind her. This is a good one. Let's go. The correct answer is red and white. I'll always show you guys what the correct answer is. And if I'm feeling a little bit nosy, I will come over here and show you what everyone else is picking. One person picked blue and white. Let's get that person a handbook immediately so they can know what's really going on. Okay, you guys ready to play? For real, for real? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Now, with that being said, our first place contestant will take home this year's Spirit Stick. And I know that's really important. It's really important in this district. So you're going to take home the Spirit Stick if you win. Big shout out to Miss Monica Rodriguez there. I see you have a gang of people behind you. That's what I'm talking about, representing over there. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully she can hear me. You had that look of like, I don't know, on her face. Let's go. Let's go down here real quick before we begin. I'll show you what the rankings look like. Now, I mentioned earlier, there are a few people in here that weren't supposed to be in this game. So we're going to try our best to figure out who's first out of the principals. And we're going to make sure that school's principal gets this year's Spirit Stick. Does that make sense, everybody? All right, cool. I tried to break it down. First real question of the game starts right now. What is 450 minutes every 2 weeks? 450 minutes. I hope you're answering, Miss Monica Rodriguez. Over there taking selfies. Feel free to mute Juan if you want to. You're a little distracting in my ear. Juan, feel free to mute, bro. Correct question, correct answer here. Time allotted for a conference period. That's a lot of time. I had a funny joke lined up until they told me like this was streaming to everybody. I'm gonna lay off of that joke for today. Let's go to the next question. Dr. Juarez over there has a team to help her out. There she is. She's in the draft room right now. She's about to draft the next Cowboy. I like that view. I love it. How many days are there in a teacher contract? You're gonna type this one in. Type this one in. BS Mex, man, I unmute yourself. BS MEJ. Let me know how to say your name.
Smekel.
Say it again.
Smekel.
Smekel. There we go. Try to refrain from typing it into the chat if you can. I do apologize once again for not being able to let you in. Hey, but if you do have someone from your school that got into the game, let me know, and then we can use that person as your represent. All right. But guys, try not to type it into the chat so we can keep it fair. Correct answer here is 187. Some of you didn't know. Maybe that's a good thing. we'll just keep you here forever, Chiefy. Next question is, what is Dr. Ball's favorite holiday? This one's worth a lot of points. A lot of points here. Let's see what the people are thinking. The people are picking Christmas a lot. All right, most people thought it was Christmas, and those people are incorrect. Favorite holiday is Fiesta. Sometimes I ask random questions in the chat. This is the part where you get to go to the Zoom chat and let me know, what is your favorite holiday? Tell the truth now. What's your favorite holiday? Let me know in the chat. While you're doing that, I'm heading over to the rankings. Martinez, first place. I'm not too sure if that's a principal or not. You guys let me know. I have JMS in the house. Miss A in third place. Then after that, it really does drop off. But everyone's in it to win it. Remember, that last question of the game is worth 1,000 points, so you all have a shot. Where we at? Number 4. Lots of Christmas. There you go, Rachel. There you go. Halloween. Come on now. It's the best holiday. It has everything. Candy, cheap clothes, a reason to walk around aimlessly with your kids. It's the best holiday. Beverly said it wouldn't let me answer. All right, Beverly, do a quick refresh on your browser. I'll sit here for a little bit. Let me know when you got it. Just do a quick refresh. Thank you, ma'am. All right, let's try. Next question, everyone. It's coming your way in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many campuses make up JISD? How many campuses? New teachers and seasoned teachers are probably going to be like, I don't know. I drive to one campus, sir. Alma's in the mix in the chat right now, trying to help out. Mr. Scott. I feel like Scott really likes trains. Scott, feel free to unmute yourself, sir. I need to talk to you.
How's it going, man?
How are you today, sir?
Doing great.
Excellent. What school are you representing?
So we are now the ELOF STEAM Academy. So it's full steam ahead for us, and I am a train engineer.
Train engineer. I like it. I like it a lot. Now we're on Zoom, and we were supposed to be in person. Everybody knows that, and then things changed. We went back into timeout. Let's just put it like that. But Scott, I have a question for you. Are you wearing the full regalia, or is it just party on the top? What's going on? Oh, he went for it. There we go. Give Scott a virtual hand. He went all the way in. I like it. I like it. Side note, he's not wearing any shoes, but that doesn't matter. We're good, Scott. Hey, Scott, thank you for all the hard work that you're going to do this year. And remember, stay positive the whole time. The kids are really looking up to y'all, all right? Thank you, sir. Let's go to question 5. It is, how many campuses make up JISD? And the people said all kinds of things. Ooh. Someone put 11. We were looking for 32 campuses. 32. I feel like there's going to be a newsletter that's going to come from this. And it's going to go to all the schools just to give them a little information. But we were looking for 32. Before we go to the next question, I'm going to come back to our rankings briefly. See where we're at. Not really any movement. About the same. Looking good, looking good. Remember, those of you that feels like you're in the bottom, don't worry. That is a real number today. It counts. It counts. Next question. What fruit is in the Judson ISD logo? What fruit? Miss Erica has a friend over there. You got a companion. What you got going on over there? Are we calling it a toro? Is it a bull? Let us know. She's typing. Yes, Nicole, I can show you the leaderboard. Shout out to the people that keep answering in the chat. You guys are the real MVPs today. Teamwork makes the dream work. Show the leaderboard. It looks like that. Now let's go back to our question that we were on. We were looking for Apple. Apple is in the mix on that Judson logo. Hopefully you're good to go, Nicole. Next question. Judson began with how many schools? How many schools did Judson begin with? Now we're getting to the good questions. Some good ones here. I kinda just miss you. In all those 10-mile road trips, baby, you're the best. There 10 times 10 times 10. Got a couple people trying to help you in the chat. Thank you, Erica. I was assuming it was a toro. That's just like easy for kids to say. So I guess I had a good guess there. Shout out to the toros. Go toros. Correct answer. We're looking for 2 elementary and 2 secondary. How many how many elementary school teachers do we have in the chat? Show yourself. Let it be known. We want to give you some love. Elementary school principals, are you here? There they are. Sharon's here. You got a bulldog over there, looks like. Terry's here. Who else? I missed somebody. Y'all were all waving. Kel or Kelly. I don't want to mess up your name. Kelly. Looks like an A&M alum too. I don't know about that. I left it wide open for you. She took it. Well, shout out to all my elementary school principals. I know it's been confusing for y'all for sure. Positivity, send it to y'all. Let's go to the next question, everyone. Go back to your game screen. Next question. Hartman is here. Thank you, Monica. What was the original name of JISD? The original name. The original name, what could it be? It's a great question for any school district in Texas because we're a strange state. The correct answer here is Judson Rural School District. Got a lot of fist pumps, a lot of smiles. Kristen's mad. She didn't get that right. Let's go. Let's go to the next question. What is our teacher to student ratio? This one really impressed me. Very impressive. What is your teacher to student ratio across the board? All right, let's see what the people are thinking. And then in the meantime, I'm going to come to Miss Rachel Diaz. Rachel, what school are you representing?
Candlewood Elementary, home of the Eagles.
Oh, say it again. Say it again. Tell them who you are. Let them know. Represent. She's hype.
My name is Rochelle Diaz,
and
I am from Candlewood Elementary, home of the Eagles.
There you go. There you go. How long have you been there?
This is my first year, sir.
First year teacher. Give her a virtual clap, everybody. First year. What's up? All right. Well, just so you know, this is not how a convocation usually goes. It'll be totally different next year. So be ready for next year. Get your dancing shoes ready. Have some cool t-shirts made. It's gonna be fun. All right. But welcome to the mix. Now, what did you pick for this question here? The question is, what is our teacher to student ratio? What did you pick?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
I picked 20-1.
She picked 20-1, and she said that very, very unsure. A lot of people were going with you on that one, but a lot of people, including you, were wrong. We were looking for A, 15-1. A lot of principals are giving me the face of, yo, that is not right. So I'm just gonna let you all know right now, I didn't write the questions. I just put in here what I was told, okay? So if anyone wants to fact check me, I am happy to change the answer on the spot because I saw y'all's faces and that was an interesting reaction across the board. We'll see what happens down the line. If someone corrects me before we get to the end, I'll change it. The principal was like, man, we're 40 deep over here. Let's go to the next question. What is the oldest Judson ISD school? Oldest Judson ISD school. Got the big dog at the bottom in letter D. I feel like someone's just gonna pick that because they're so proud. Yeah, I see you up there. Correct answer is Converse Elementary School. Big shout out to Sharon. She's happy over there. She's doing her thing. And she's by herself, no help. She's doing her thing over there. I like it. Let's go to the leaderboard briefly. JMS first place. Mustangs are here.
Woohoo, Don!
Scott has a whole. Okay, Scott. All right. I'm done with you, Scott. You got the costume on. You got the backdrop. You got a lightning bolt. I don't know what's going on. You got a lot, Scott. Overachieving over there. I think the winner of the day is definitely Miss Cindy L. She took a picture and put it there, and she's like, "I'm good, spirit." Smart girl. This next portion, everyone, will be a very easy mini game happening right here. This is gonna happen off the game screen. So let's get back to Zoom real quick. I'm gonna ask you all a quick question just to kind of like put everybody on a level playing field. Let me know right now in the chat, what was your first car ever? First car. Let me know in the Zoom chat right now. What was your first car? Put everybody on the level playing field here. A Comet. Yikes. Spirit. A Neon. Oh, Alma, I know your pain. That Dodge Neon. You roll the windows down. Have to do the crank action. I know it. Cam Camaro. Let me know, Sherry. Was that an exotic model? That was a limited edition. What was that?
No, that was a Camaro.
Okay, all right. She said the Cam Camaro. I thought I missed out on something. International Scout. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna just go with you on that. Now, the reason I'm asking you all to do this in the chat right now is because we're gonna have ourselves a scavenger hunt. Most of you are at school or in your office, something along those lines. Some of you have like 60 people to help you with this thing, so you might be in good hands. Shout out to you, Dan. If you're in your office, don't worry. I kind of constructed this around that idea. Dr. Juarez, we're going to see what happens to you. I'm very interested to see what happens on your end. But we're going to have a scavenger hunt, and I'm going to read you three things that I need you to go and find. Yep, get yourself ready. I see you over there. Get ready. The three things I tell you to go and find once I'm done, please just go as fast as you can because everyone will leave and you'll just be standing here waiting on me to say go. All right, so once I'm done reading it, just leave. Monica, please mute. You loud. Please mute. I'm gonna just mute her myself. Ooh, loud. Okay, I'm gonna read these off. You're gonna go and find them. Once you find them, bring them back. When you get back, it is your job to write in the chat the words, "I am back." If you don't do that, I will have no clue that you were back first, okay? Here we go. Three things I am looking for include something red, a water bottle, and something personal. Something red, a water bottle, and something personal. Go as fast as you can. Go, go, go. Look at her. She's already back. She's already back. Look at the scramble. I like it. I'll give him a few seconds. Judson's not back. Oh no. Hang tight, hang tight. Judson's not back. Oh no. Screen's upside down. That's what you get. Stay there, stay there. Hold tight. And we're gonna come around the corner here. Jesus left completely. His school's so big he got lost. What a tragedy. He went out to the portables. He's looking. He's looking. There he is. He came back. He hit enter, which means he cheated. He typed it in first and then came back and just hit enter. All right, Jesus. Hey, because you went the furthest, I'm coming to you, sir. Unmute yourself, Mr. Upside Down. What did you bring back, man? You weren't first, but I'm just curious.
I'm sorry. I'm upside down. Hold on. Let me fix that. Hold on. Okay, I'm good.
This a guy. You're clearly someone's dad. Am I right, Jesus?
I sure am, sir. I sure am. I got 3 wonderful kids. I got myself a red folder.
Okay.
Got myself a picture of my girl.
Oh, his girl. All right.
And I got me a water bottle.
And a water bottle. Very good, sir. I know you had to go a long way over there in the kingdom, but you were not first. We're going to scroll up to see who was actually first here. Anybody you want to give a shout out to, Jesus? Because I know you're a cool guy in the room. Give a shout out real quick.
I want to give a shout out to the hardest working staff in Judson ISD, to my Judson Rocket teachers and staff. We're going to have a wonderful year reconnecting rockets.
There we go. My man. Well said. Now, the first person back was Dr. Juarez. Hey, look at that. She came back first. She had some helpers. That's how you got principals. Y'all know the deal. You know the deal. What do? Delegate. You tell your family and friends all the time, isn't it hard being in a principal? Yes, girl. Yes. You know what I do? I delegate. That's what a principal does. So our first person back was Dr. Juarez. This might be hard to hear, but Dr. Juarez, can you show us everything you brought back? I know your camera's a little bit far off.
losing you. Can you repeat yourself?
Yes. Can you show us what you brought back? Show us those 3 items.
Red marker.
Red marker. She's holding
Water
up this like a little
bottle.
bit thing. Water bottle.
And my personal homemade Jecca map.
Oh, that's cute. Okay. All right. Big hand, everybody. Dr. Juarez. Congratulations. Yeah, you get some points. I think that's what he said. You're going to get 400 points added to your total. Dr. Juarez, on your game screen, what place are you in? You should be able to see that because it's going to take me a second here. What place are you
I'm
in?
on rank number 11.
Ooh, rank number 11. I like that. And while we're here, do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
Yes, to my Jecca staff that's in the conference room, we're going to take this guy like we take everything else.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was writing and typing at the same time, but in my head, I did this. Okay. Okay. I like the confidence. We're going to see what happens. Remember, that last question can get you. Let's go, everyone. Get back to your game screen. Points have been updated. We have a new first place on the board. New first place. Do me a favor as we round third base here. Don't worry, tech team. I'm almost out of here. Go ahead and refresh your game screen. Refresh that browser, all right? Tap or click refresh as we go into our last questions of the game. Here we go. Next question on the board is coming your way in 3, 2, 1. How many acres cover the district today? How many acres? Middle school principals, are you in here today? Give everybody a big wave, represent, let us know in the chat. I'll read it off if you type your school in there. Give you a little shout out here. That's the most complicated, that's the most complicated age group overall. Kitty Hawk is here. What's up? Good kids over there. Judson Middle, Woodlake Hills. Metzger, hopefully I said that right. Wortham Oaks. I like that. That sounds like a piece of candy. Correct answer for this one we were looking for 900,000 acres. That's a lot of space. A lot of space. Next question. How many municipalities, I said it, are within JISD? Come on, Dan. Don't let me down. He's trying to figure it out. How many? If you still don't know it, check the chat. Monica, can we have your friend come to the front of the screen? I'm just enamored. I'm loving it. Show us your moves. Give us a little something. Shake it, shake it, shake it. There you go. The go-to mascot dance, number 1 of all time, is definitely this. Loving it. Correct answer for this one, we're looking for 7777. And that includes Converse, Kirby, Selma, Live Oak, Universal City, of course, San Antonio, and the up-and-comer in the room, Shirts. Next question. What year was the Judson Education Foundation established? Oh, I would never forget. Come on now. Why would I do that? I would never forget Kirby Middle School. Shout out to Kirby. What's going on, guys? I would never forget y'all. Gearing up for a good, great school year at Kirby. It's going to be a good one over there. Correct answer is 1999. Who actually got that right? I'm just curious. Raise your hand, principals, if you got that right, because that was a hard question. All right. No one over there is going, hey, Siri. Y'all are honorable. Next question is second to last question. If you're planning to gamble at any point to get yourself some extra points, you do it right here. Second to last question coming your way. Bam. What social media platforms is Judson ISD on? This was mentioned earlier in the very beginning of the convocation. What social media platforms will you find the district on? All right. Let's see. People are picking. Wow, you guys are okay. Y'all are overachievers. A lot of you just typed in everything that's imaginable. The correct answer we're looking for is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So let me do a quick adjustment here. You get some points. You get some points. Points for you. Overachievers. If you're not already doing so, be sure to follow the district on those social media platforms. All right. Points were given to all of you that answered correctly. Great job there. Next question is the last question of the game. Before we do that, let's go on over to our screen. We're going to take a selfie. Make sure I can see your face on the screen, principals. Give me a big old smile. You ready? 3, 2, Jesus. 3, 2, 1. Picture. Thank you very much. Are we ready, principals, for the last question of the game? Last question. Are we ready? Let's do this. Let's go to our rankings and see where we stand. Remember, the person that wins is going to take home the Spirit Stick this year. Dr. J is in first place. Miss A, I don't know if you're representing as a principal or as a teacher, but she's in second. And then third place, got a middle school represent. All right, I see you, Don. There you go. Last question, reminder, everyone, 1,000 points up for grabs. I'm not even going to read this question. I'm just going to throw it up on the screen and y'all do your thing. Remember, the faster you answer, the more points you will get. Here we go. Last question in 3, 2, 1. Miss A is representing Kirby. All right, what's up, Kirby? Huge shout out to our tech team that quite literally put all this together, everyone, in like 24 hours. So give them a big pat on the back, send them a Starbucks gift card, do something to tell them, hey, that was good. Correct answer for this one. What year was Judson ISD established? The people were picking. That's a good trivia question. The people didn't know. The people had no clue. The correct answer is 1966. Now, the key here is, did those top 3 players get this right or did they get it wrong? Don's not looking too confident. So we shall see. Let's take a look at those rankings. Miss A, look at you. Kirby Middle School in the house. Big virtual hand clap going out to all our principals that hung out with me today. Thank you all for hanging out during this virtual convocation. I know not what we expected for sure, but very, very fun indeed. I hope you all have fun. Once again, my name is Winston with Gaines Entertainment. If y'all need anything down the line, let us know. We got you. See you later, principals. Good luck this year. I think it was Dan. You're going to be celebrating the birthday, sir? Yep. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to you. He definitely does look like he's 24, just fresh out of high school. But happy early birthday, Dan. I'm going to kick it on over to the production team. Juan, you are muted just in case. See you guys later.
Whoa, that was an intense game. Thank you so much, principals. That was so much fun. And the winner of JISD Trivia, as well as a 2021 Spirit Stick, is Kirby Middle School. Congratulations, Ms. Arredondo and all of her staff. I appreciate everything that you've done to make your school year so exciting. Now, our team in the back has been scrolling through social media and has shared some fantastic pictures of you all enjoying convocation. So, they have selected our 5 lucky winners. Are y'all ready to hear who they are? Our winners of the social media giveaway are Mark Molo from Woodlake Hills Middle School, Alex Nieves from Kirby Middle School. And Carmelina Clementes from Wagner High School. Andrea Beebe from Pashal Elementary School. Last but not least, at Misplaced Bay Girl from Escondido Elementary. Congratulations, you guys. We'll reach out to each of you for some pickup instructions soon. Now, for a few final thoughts from our superintendent, please welcome back Dr. Jeanette Ball.
Thank you. I'd like to first thank Lexi and the entire team. Lexi Greathouse put this all together overnight and did an amazing job. So happy for the entire district. What a great year it's going to be. So as we start off our year, woohoo, go Judson. We are ready. We are ready for this year. We're excited for all the kids coming to join us on Monday. It is going to be a fantastic year. So let me go ahead and make sure that each of you is unlocked and that you're ready, because each of you holds the power to unlock this school year to be the very best for you. So I have my magical key. So boom, unlock the leader in you. Woo! Have a great year. Thank you, Judson ISD, for all you do.
Hi, I'm Lisa Jackson, Executive Director of Go Public, and we promote all the great things happening here in San Antonio's public schools. And we do that by sharing your great stories and successes. So tag us and follow us at We Go Public on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And on behalf of everyone here at Go Public, we wish you all the best this school year and thank you for all you do for students.
At Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union, we do credit cards. You do life. The credit cards you have in your wallet may not be the credit cards you need. Why pay high interest rates for rewards you'll never use? With the RBFCU 2% Cashback Rewards MasterCard, you get cash back on every purchase every time and cash rewards that never expire. Apply today at rbfcu.org, helping you save money. It's what we do at RBFCU.
At Judson ISD, we bring learning to life. The choices and possibilities are endless. Judson ISD, where you belong.